All right, so let's see here. I think we're live. While I'm waiting for it to warm up and for everyone to confirm the audio and all that stuff is working, I want to remind the folks out there to go to hankstrange.com, sign up for our email list. That's how you can keep up with us, how we can notify you of all the different platforms we're on,
Yeah, I don't know if you heard,
all
but
the
we just had a
shenanigans
big
going on.
development in the unfolding Spygate
This
investigation.
is
All the shenanigans, yeah.
is this
Spygate?
every night?
That was Walter. That was Walter.
That was
Yeah.
I
me.
know.
That was me.
Walter's getting
I
his.
know, but it's oh my god.
Walter's
was
getting
watching-
his conspiracy feed.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, Walter's getting his conspiracy feed. Lots of things going on. I see folks out there saying that we're live and all that kind of stuff. Let me press the button, get the open going.
Welcome back to the
Kaboom!
Hank
What happened to the
Strange
kaboom,
situation.
Walter?
Lifestyles of the
Boom.
locked
He's
and
too
loaded.
excited.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell so you can be notified when we go live. Okay, Walter is on protest already, and we just started the Free for All Monday. Okay, so we've got a guest, Mike Sexton. He's joining us. Mike, we do this thing called Jazz Hands. I know you're a Marine. You got to do the Jazz Hands, though. Come on, guys. Let's do the Jazz Hands. Babyface P. Walter. Babyface, come on. Let's see those Jazz Hands. Refusing to do it. Okay, we are live. I hope you got your big girl panties on. We are live. This is episode 531 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast.
Sorry about that.
Put the phone on vibrate,
Oh
Walter.
my god.
Put the phone on
Ain't
My
me.
dad's power's out at his place. He's calling me
Okay,
back.
okay, that's working.
Oh,
That's
okay.
working.
Yeah, okay.
Now you're gonna have to mute Walter.
Yeah.
Mute. Done.
Okay, you muted him? Okay,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, so, Mike.
How many episodes have we done now with Walter?
Where was I? Okay, it's 531 episodes. That's what this is, episode 531. We've got Mike Sexton of Leadstar. What do you do at Leadstar, Mike?
I'm the sales manager, national sales manager, and I help them with operations now inside the facility to get the guns built, get them out, get them shipped, get them out to customers and stores.
Okay, awesome.
And I shoot for them. I shoot the PCC and PCC matches, and I also shoot 3-gun matches with their rifle. That's how I got involved with them.
Okay,
So,
very cool, very cool. Mike's going to be with us the entire 2 hours. We're going to talk about Leadstar. I do have a video that should be going live sometime soon on the YouTube / Hank Strange. What's up, Lola? It's live now, Lola says, where this weekend I was actually shooting a Leadstar grunt, and it was actually really cool. Babyface had a chance to fondle.
Yeah,
the
I liked
rifle.
it. I'm hard to impress with ARs these days, but I really liked it. It felt good.
Yeah. So there you go. I didn't let him shoot it because
He was too busy. Busy
I'm
doing other things.
Yeah, I'm messed up like that. You know,
Yeah.
we've had.
I even offered to let him shoot my guns. No, he's
Yeah.
too busy.
We've had
the
issues.
great thing's the price about it, guys. You know, the price on that thing is
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, that's the big thing, and yeah, you might want to unmute Walter if he's still muted.
Oh, Walter's gonna unmute himself. I can't unmute for
Oh,
him.
you can't.
but he can
Okay,
hear.
Walter. I don't know if he could hear us or not, but he can unmute himself. So yes, the big thing about it is the price. So we're gonna be here. We're gonna be talking about all that kind of stuff. If you guys want to get in on this, Lola's in the chat. If you're looking for a link to get up on this, the cool thing I think about it, and here, let me see if I can roll in a picture of this of the Leadstar grunt. Let's see. I got a couple of pictures that I could share with you guys, but let's see right here. Okay, here's one. I will throw that in for everyone. So check it out. Now, Leadstar, I'm going to let Mike tell all the, where Leadstar is supposed to be. In my opinion, these are, typically your finer ARs, usually over $1,000. PSA has this on sale right now for $750. So, very nice AR. And I know folks out there can get ARs for $400 or $500 or whatever. This is one of your better ARs. Lots of nice features and things like that on it, as you heard from Babyface P, and you'll be able to see if you look at the video. Yeah.
And again, I'm an AR snob. Like Hank can tell you, 100% an AR snob, and it felt really good.
You're just a gun snob, period. So.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Depends on the gun.
Yeah, that's all right. That's fine. We won't hold it against you. That's why you don't have a high point yet. but we'll get you.
Maybe one day.
We'll get
Maybe
you up
one
to
day.
high point level one of these days. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. So
that's
before,
cold.
yeah, there's so many things going on right now. So while I'm trying to get everything set up here, I know Razor JB is saying that live chat still not coming up in my feed. I know that was going on all last week, that the people who rang the bell so they could be notified, like I tell everyone, hey, ring the bell, you'll be notified when we go live. Lots of people saying they're not getting notified, and even when they're looking for the live chat, it's not out there. So if you guys can help us out by sharing this on your social media or whatever, let folks know that we're live and we have Mike from Leadstar on, as well as Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms and Babyface P, of course, here joining us. And the show is brought to us by Walther Arms. Shout out to those guys. And let me remind everyone, you got to get your Lot Loud shirt. If you don't know what that means, Mike, it means Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded. That's the channel. That's the channel that we're on. You guys have to get that from Ballistic Inc. So there we go. All of that out of the way. Let me get to Walter first. How's your dad doing?
Oh, it's fine. Just his electricity was out at his house.
Oh,
That's
He
weird.
lives out. Yeah, and if it's out at his house, it's probably out at other people's house too. So
yeah,
but he lives out in the country.
yeah. I got to check. He's not far from me. I got to check and see if we still have power around my way. It's possible.
Yeah.
But, there might be some crazy things going on. There was that whole kerfuffle in Lake Worth where the city of Lake Worth, there were some people who didn't pay their electric bill. And in this whole coronavirus thing we have going on, they shut off the people's power.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see that?
I have an opinion on it, but
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to. Well, people are going to try to take advantage of it too. By the way.
Yeah, I mean, so the opinion that I had after watching everything is you have to kind of set a line at some point.
Yeah.
And you're always going to upset somebody. Like there's that line, and you just happen to be before that line. You didn't pay your bill. We turned it off. Tomorrow we're not turning them off anymore. It's like if you keep pushing it back and back and back and back and back, it's like, when do you stop?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about it.
Yeah. We can get deep into this. Let's start officially here and
Also pay your
properly,
bills.
since we have Mike Sexton. Mike, can you tell us, give us a little bio on who you are, how you got to this point in your life, how long you've been working with Leadstar, etc.?
Well, started out, I spent 20 years in the Marine Corps. I retired in 1992. After I come out of the Marine Corps, I started competitively shooting. I shot pistol matches, IDPA, and all that in the 90s. 2001, I shot my first 3-gun match. 2005, I kind of turned to doing it almost full time, and pretty much since then, I shoot professional 3-gun all over the country. I've shot for a lot of rifle companies. I got involved in this PCC thing a couple of years ago when 3-Gun Nation was getting real hot with it. Derek was designing a new 9mm at the time, and I helped him with the muzzle brake and the ramp system in the Leadstar gun, and shot with that. Well, start of last year in 2019, I left the company I was currently with and moved over to Leadstar and shot for them full times. And then, as they say, one thing leads to another, and I took over the sales position December the 16th at Leadstar, and then moved in to help them with the operations side in January. So that's kind of my history with it. I shoot the gun all around the country, spend a lot of time down in Florida, Texas, Minnesota, Wyoming, all that. Shoot about 16, 18 majors a year. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, serious competitive shooter. Very serious competitive shooter. And if you guys remember sometime last year, I think it was last year, when I went to PSA in South Carolina, I shot the mile. Do you guys remember that? I'm like, have you, by the way, have either one of you guys, Walter or Babyface, you guys ever hit a target from a mile before? Just out of curiosity. Oh, can't hear what Babyface is saying.
If you're trying to pat yourself on your back, you know.
Here's your
Yeah. Oh, look at that dinner getting delivered.
Some bread, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that
Dinner time.
That looked like croissants or something like that. I don't know.
That is a croissant. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. And Babyface, if you were saying something, we couldn't hear you, but I think you were saying, "No, Hank, you're so awesome. We've never shot a mile. Only you are
Oh,
that
gosh.
awesome." Yeah. He's still talking. We can't hear him. I don't know if he realizes that though. Yeah. What's up with his audio?
Well, Hank, you still got your coin, don't you?
Yes. Well, that was the next thing. You know what? Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. You know, that's I was trying to get these guys. So here, I will show off. There's my Palmetto State coin right there. Boom. Let me see. Is this the one with the number? Or here we go. There's also my mile club. And and correct me if I'm wrong here, Mike. I believe I was the first person to hit the shot from the mile. I believe I was the first guy to do that, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
Oh,
and
okay. All right.
I don't think it took that many shots, neither, did it?
No, it didn't take me that many either. No, not at all. Not at all. I was pretty good in that. But of course, that's because I had you and I had Jason from Lucid out there spawning, you know. And Lola actually did it faster than me, which is funny. But I helped Lola out, so. Yeah.
Sure you did.
And we still do that we do that once a month for everybody. If you're in the area, decide to come up or want to try it, we've got people that come all the way from the other side of Atlanta, from Charleston, from Virginia, that come down here just to shoot the mile. We do 1 mile day every month down at Clinton House Plantation down there.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool. Is Babyface talking? He must be on a completely different conversation or something like that.
No, I'm muted the whole time. I thought my mic was unplugged. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. I heard you saying I thought it was the mic came unplugged or something.
Oh.
That's really cool. Yeah, I've never had the opportunity to shoot a mile. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. And Mike was just saying that. So how can people just come up there and shoot a mile, Mike? How does that work?
Well, they can get on our Clinton House Plantation website and sign up. And once you sign up, just show up at any time between 9 and 4 and shoot the mile. Bring your own gun. Now, we currently are getting a couple of Palmetto State guns, just like the one you shot, for rental guns that people can rent to do it, or they can bring their own. I mean, and like I say, I have everybody bring from their hunting gun all the way up to specialized MPA Masterpiece armed guns or surgeons or whatever. You know.
Okay, so I can bring a 9mm and shoot it from a mile.
You can try.
You can try. It's like shooting 308 at a mile. It's a mortar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. What happens to a 9mm round around a mile? What is that thing doing?
I don't even think it gets there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's not doing anything. Where does anyone know the ballistics on that? How far can a 9mm travel? Not like how far can it be effective, but how far will it even go?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah,
Depends on the angle.
Yeah.
Never tried it.
Yeah, you have to shoot it way up into the sky.
I know one of the channels they were shooting 200, 300, 400 yards, hitting stuff.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, I mean it takes some Kentucky windage, of course.
Yeah.
But,
I never thought you could shoot a 22 1,000 yards. I had a guy come to Mile Day 2 months ago that brought a 22 caliber rifle, MDT, and shot 5 shots at 1,000 yards and hit it 5 out of 5 times. 326 MOA to hit it.
Wow.
That is impressive shoot.
Okay.
It fooled me. I never thought somebody would hit it. He was shooting 40 grain Ely bullets.
How big was this target?
It was a full-size IPSC target.
Oh.
So what's that? 20 by 36?
Yeah, it's like a man.
20 by 30?
Yeah, that's like a man-size type deal, right? The IPSC?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. Okay, very cool. I would love
I'm
to
sure
see
that
some
I'm
video
sure
of
that wasn't his first time.
No, it was not. He took a device out of his bag and put it on the front of his scope, and that helped him to get the 328 MOA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what that device was called, but it impressed me. I mean, I stood there with my mouth open, you know, like, wow.
Yeah. DCG 44 says they used to print 1 mile PLAS. I don't know what the PLAS means on 22 LR boxes, but I think there was a warning that they used to put on 22s. They probably still put that, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that like 22s can travel. Warning: 22 LR could travel up to a mile. Yeah, Babyface, you're still unplugged or muted or whatever. If you're
No, it keeps going on mute. Walter keeps doing it.
Walter keeps muting you.
Somebody keeps muting me.
Not me.
Yeah.
Somebody's
wait a minute,
muting me.
I don't blame him.
That wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Okay, so
Not me.
all right, listen. Okay, so let's get into the. I don't know if you guys have any other questions for Mike here, and if the folks out there have questions, we'll definitely get into it. Let's tell us about Leadstar. What is the what's the spiel on Leadstar? I guess is the best way for me to put it.
Well, Leadstar is a company that's a part of Palmetto State Armory, along with the JJE firm that has a rifle. We produce rifles that are $2,000 to $750. We have an entry-level rifle called the Grunt, which you actually shot yesterday. That's an entry-type gun, mil-spec type gun with a floating handguard, has a little bit of an upgrade trigger and a few extras on it. That shoots very well for the price, all the way up to our barrages that are around $1,200 to $1,400 guns that get a little bit more accuracy, get a little bit of, anodizing, looking a little bit more spiffy, all the way up to our Prime series, which has carbon fiber handguards, carbon fiber stocks. Now you're talking the $1,700, $1,800 range rifle, has sub-MOA barrels in them. More fancy, and they're all skeletonized. You can get them what we call skeletonized or non-skeletonized. And what that means is it's cut out. We have a helium gun. I was telling you about it earlier, Hank. Mm-hmm. We have a helium AR that weighs 3.5 pounds. Okay, the whole AR without an optic on it.
Is it literally made out of helium?
Pretty much. It's made out of carbon fiber and aluminum.
Okay. But
everything's skeletonized, functional. I wished I had one here I could show you. We also have the PCC, which is 4.5 pounds. It's a little heavier because the barrel's a little bigger.
Okay.
And the bolt's a little heavier in the 9mm. So a lot of people use it for steel challenge, that type of shooting. So.
Okay. Is it on the is the helium on your IG? Because we couldn't show guns anyway. By the way, we're not allowed. The YouTube overlords refuse to allow us to show.
It will be. We're doing an upgrade on our website right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're changing a lot of things, putting a lot of pictures. There is a helium picture on there along the bottom. You can see it there. Of course, anybody can contact me by calling the sales number, and I'll be glad to send them pictures of it or talk to them about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a $2,000 gun. It's getting really big into the running gun type things now and the tactical games where people are carrying their guns and having to run.
Mm-hmm.
It will be very popular for that type game.
Yeah, I'm trying to, while you're talking here, I'll roll in some guns from the, this is the Leadstar IG, just so you guys can see an example of some skeletonized firearms that they have on the IG, which I recommend everyone go check that out. So the thing that I was able to shoot was the Grunt. That's your entry level, you're saying, right?
Right. That's the Grunt. That's basically a mil-spec style rifle with a little bit upgraded trigger, floating handguard, a muzzle brake on it, a little bit of an upgrade.
Okay, so while we're talking about it here, I'll run to the video that we did put up of this.
Sweet.
So you guys, if you all want to go check out this video, let's see, I'll go in here. I'll scrub forward a little bit to where we're talking about it. As I said before, Babyface did get a chance to look at this. I'm not going to say it's super lightweight like what you're talking about, but it is. It's still relatively lightweight gun. It didn't come with that optic that's on there, but has a really nice handguard, nice pistol grip. I think even Patrick was saying it feels good. It's kind of rubberized, the pistol grip that was on there, and it has the Leadstar logo on it. Did you guys make that, or is that something that you did with outside company like?
Outside company made that for us, and I've done that gun at a lot of law enforcement demos, and they really liked it because their guns have to be mil-spec top to bottom, and that's actually a mil-spec grip with a rubber coating on it. Mm-hmm. And you can hold on to it in the summertime, or if you live in Florida and your hands are wet, or whatever,
Yeah.
So
and it still feels thin too, as well. And it's got the muzzle device that's on there is pretty cool. Of course, muzzle devices could be obnoxious We got like if you're in the right zone of a muzzle device, it can be pretty obnoxious. But it's pretty cool. The gun was shooting really flat.
That's the Ravage muzzle brake.
Yeah.
That we put on that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it controls recoil really well.
Yeah. So I was thinking this is like a over $1,000 gun, right? $1,000. I think you've got a slightly upgraded trigger in there.
Yep.
Correct on that one.
Yep.
Lots of cool features. Lots of the barrel's nitrided. The bolt is nitrided. All that kind of stuff. Usually 1,000, maybe a little over that. But one of the cool thing here is that PSA actually has that gun on sale right now for $750.
Actually, all of our Lead Star dealers, we have a lot of dealers throughout the United States. All of our Lead Star and Palmetto State dealers have that gun for the same price right now.
Really?
And you can get it in 4 different colors. That gun comes in concrete gray, sniper green, FDE, and black.
Yeah. And actually, Walter, you did get a chance to see this because the gun actually went into your FFL, right? Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. And you made the mistake of telling me. See, in the future, you can't tell me about it.
You would have.
I would have eventually found out. It showed up there. Yeah. What did you think about it, Walt?
Oh, I just put something in my mouth. No, it was nice. It was lightweight. Like I said, I picked it up and I was like, oh, it's light. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, felt good. It looked good. How were you guys able to make these guns at this price point with the features? How is that exactly possible? Is it just like PSA scale? I know you said you're a sister company of PSA, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So is that the thing that allows it to happen, or what exactly is the secret sauce going into this?
Well, that's some of it where, our buying power is pretty good. So if we can buy right and sell it right and put it together right and make it work, then you're going to have a good gun for a good price. Some of the stuff we make in-house, most of that particular gun style, some of it's outsourced a little bit. So in large quantities, if you order in large quantities, it brings the price down. And we try, our commodity is our upscale guns. We have this to get people in a Lead Star for a good price, a good starter gun that shoots well, minimal recoil, lightweight, and it looks cool being the different colors too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with it. You guys can let me know what you think. Now, first of all, in the video, I have to say I didn't shoot a lot of rounds. And everyone could be mad at me, but I'm not shooting up all my ammo right now under these circumstances.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. That's...
Yeah. Walter, what are you?
What?
Yeah, you got to mute your other screen, Walt. Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say, we took one of those to a demo. It was actually the war match over in Upper South Carolina they had, and put it out there as a demo for everybody to shoot. They shot over 1,500 rounds in that gun in one day, and we never lubed it or anything. They just shot it. I just took it out of the case today when I was down at the facility, and you can tell it's had 1,500 rounds through it, but it never had a burp in that whole 1,500 rounds we shot through that gun.
Okay, cool. I would assume that's because of the coating, right?
Do what now?
I would assume you could do a lot of that because of the coating, right?
Right. It's all nitrated, the nitrated bolt coating, all that stuff. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I don't shoot 1,500 rounds at one time unless it's Walter's ammo.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might need it here coming up. It seems like everybody thinks we need it because guns are selling hot right now and ammo's going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like we were saying, Walter, I know before something cut you off there. I know I'm not, when I do videos right now, I am not shooting up my entire, what do we call it here? What do we call the ammo stash?
Your stock?
I'm not shooting everything.
Your inventory?
I'm limiting how much shooting I'm doing. I'm sorry, people.
Yeah, don't be telling nobody you got stash, That's
right. Yeah, I'm not burning through everything here. There's a certain amount of shooting that we're going to do right now before we find out. Do you guys think that there's we're actually going to, need all this?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nope.
Why,
I think we're going to
Babyface,
look
tell
back
us.
on this in 6 months and be like, what were we doing? 2-3 years from now, everybody's going to be like, what were we thinking?
Yeah.
I still have toilet paper. 5 years from now, you're gonna be looking back like, why do I have a glass full of toilet paper?
Yeah. What do you think, Walter?
No.
No.
A lot of scare. I mean, I don't even. When you make the statement, everybody's going to get it. That's not true either. Everybody's not going to get it. If everybody gets it, half of everybody would be dead.
No, but well, okay. Here's the thing.
Because at that point,
Mhm.
I know everybody doesn't get sick, but if a quarter of everybody got sick, there's no place to put everybody.
Yeah.
And 3/4 of those people would die.
Well, let me put it to you this way: have you ever had the flu?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how many times have you had the flu in your life? Do you think?
Really bad, or just like
no,
I came back. I came back from the shot show and I had something, but I
The
didn't
shots
call.
go on.
But it wasn't like the full-on flu like I've had in the past, where I had where I had 104-degree temperature and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
This was just like, a couple days feeling shitty and then 2 weeks to feel better, 100%.
Yeah.
Not where I couldn't do anything.
Right. I'm pretty sure everyone here has had the flu. Babyface, you've
Yeah.
had the flu before,
Oh, yeah.
right? Yeah.
Oh,
Mike is a Marine, but Marines get the flu, so far as I know.
We
Everybody,
just fight it back.
Yeah. It probably comes from eating crayons or whatever they do.
The problem you got to worry about
Mhm.
is there's not a lot of ventilators right now, and if we all get sick, the strong will survive because we're going to fight over those ventilators.
Oh.
well, yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at too about the whole statement that everybody will get it. Everybody's not going to get it.
Well, so the statement about everyone's going to get it is the fact that this is never going away. So everyone will get this strain of the flu, of this COVID-19 or whatever. At some point, it's not this now, and then it's gonna be eradicated off the face of the planet.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just that statement that I'll say like Grandpa Keller used to say, I no believe it you.
No, okay, I understand what you're saying. This is from the experts. This is from Trump. You know Trump, that guy? You know Trump, don't you, Walter? His team gets up there, and this is information that's coming out from the people. 70% of people out there are gonna have some form of this. It's not gonna kill everyone. It's gonna kill like 1% of people. It's not gonna kill 50% of people and all that kind of stuff. Ultimately, about 1% of people are gonna actually die from this. I know there's a lot of older people that are at risk, and then there's people that already have risk, for different reasons. They have immunity problems and
Pre-existing conditions, it's called.
Yeah. So
Well, they're the ones that are having the problems now. We've had 5 die in South Carolina right now, and I think everybody said they had a chronic illness of some type or something beyond this.
yeah.
There's usually other things going on in the person.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it's going to wind up being like what happened in Italy, although over in Italy it's pretty bad. At the same time, New York itself, I think, didn't they say that New York surpassed the death rate of Italy already?
There's no way. Really?
No way.
I don't
Come
think so.
on.
No, I don't think that's happening.
Okay, infection rate or something like that in New York?
Well,
I mean,
I don't believe it you.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
So what's his name? Harvey Weinstein's in jail, and he has the
Good. Hopefully.
And you know what that
He
is
probably
for
has
him?
a lot of things.
yeah.
Yeah.
He probably, yeah.
That's an excuse for him to get out of jail.
Yeah.
Hello.
No, they're not. I don't think they're gonna
Hello?
let let people out of jail. I did see.
They already are letting people out of jail. Don't start that shit.
I was gonna say I did see in a press conference someone asking Trump about that, and they said they're considering that for the people who didn't commit so bad of crimes or something like
Why
that.
the fuck are they in jail then?
I don't.
But
don't
He's
ask.
still on TV, so y'all
Yeah.
can see. He's still on TV right there answering
Yeah.
stupid
There's one
questions
going
from
on,
stupid
yeah.
reporters,
Yeah,
So,
why are you still calling it Chinese virus? Well, it started in China, so
Well, hello.
is it like the Asian flu or the Spanish flu or
Yeah.
something like that?
Every time I hear that, you know what I think about? Do you remember in that Quentin Tarantino, what was it? Pulp Fiction? Remember in Pulp Fiction where John Travolta has that line? What do they call what was it? What do they call what is it? Burger King? Yeah, what do they call a Burger King deluxe or whatever, Mac, whatever. What do they call it in France? It's something deluxe. That's what I think about every time I hear that. So, what are you laughing about?
Just nothing. I'm definitely not laughing at the
Yeah.
joke.
I've got to come up with the line. I got to come up with the line here. I'm doing several things at the same time, babyface. Thank
Why?
you.
Why are you not
Yeah.
focused on your guest right now?
Right.
He deserves all your attention.
Oh,
yeah.
we're having a ball. I like
Yeah.
it.
Oh, exactly. There you go.
He's trying to find facts to prove me wrong.
That's right. He's looking for facts about Corona.
No, I'm not looking. No, I'm not looking for facts about it.
You need,
I actually agree with Walter that it's not a big deal. This
I
is not a
really
big
do.
deal.
It is
Yeah.
it is in a sense if you let it get out of hand.
Mhm.
But the country is not going to be shut down for months. It cannot happen.
No, they can't.
It's physically impossible. People will not stay inside.
No, not past.
And what good does staying inside do you, anyways? By the way, I mean, if you're not in a group of people, I just saw this report that vitamin D from the sun will help fight this thing. So get out and get some sun, get some fresh air.
Mhm.
You know, come on. You know.
Go to the range. Shoot some guns.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stay 30 feet away from each other and then go to the range.
Yeah.
Ingest a little lead. Get some lead in your.
Well,
right.
so
come on, man.
there's a lot of things about this that don't make any sense. So, for example, Lola works in healthcare, right? She's got to keep going to work, obviously, right? You know, the whatever promises they make or whatever, you know. So she's going in there. Where she actually is one of the test sites. It's the test site for Gainesville.
Sick people come in.
They have no precautions that they're taking over there.
I can't understand that. That's crazy talk.
I asked her, I was like, so what's the precaution? She's like, oh, they're not letting people go in this door. They have to go in that door. I was like, really?
They shouldn't even be allowed to come in the building.
Yeah, I was like, but what difference?
They should have a tent outside, actually.
Walter, when's the last time you listened to what door you should go through orders? Because I don't. That none of it just doesn't make sense.
You know, he's declared a national emergency thing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They can tell you what to do at the end of a bayonet if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
The police can do that at the end of a bayonet. So you'll go through the right door when they tell you to go right through the right door.
There's no cops over there making you go through the right door,
Move
and
along,
that's not
sir.
saving anyone.
Move along.
Yeah.
Move along.
That's not going to save anyone. So if you've got people like that, so let's say Lola's working in that industry, you know, it's highly likely if something goes down that she'll get it, then I'll get it, and whatever. I don't really think there's a lot of that we can do about it becoming a thing. I think right now they're just trying to slow it down so they can get a little bit in front of it, and then we don't wind up
like Italy,
like some of these other countries out there. Yeah, like Italy, where
like Italy, where they tell your grandmother to stay outside, she can die.
Yeah, basically they're just letting the older folks go. I know my older son, he said one of his friends at FSU, his grandfather is in Italy and he died. You know, I mean, he got it and he died. There's, you know,
it's triage. It's wartime type triage.
Yeah.
You know, if you got the guy with his guts hanging out and the leg blown off, you give him some morphine and you take the guy that can be repaired and you bring him in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they did. So.
Yeah. So, by the way, just so we can move on from this,
I know.
I found the quote. So this is in Pulp Fiction. So Vincent says, and do you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris? And then Jules, that's Samuel Jackson, that's Jules. He says, no, they don't call it a quarter pounder with cheese, ? And he says, no, man, they got the metric system. They wouldn't know what the fuck a quarter pounder is. So Jules says, what do they call it? He says, they call it a Royale with cheese. That's the line. Boom, there you go. It doesn't matter. You can call it whatever you want at the end of the day, right?
There you go.
Know, a rose by any other name wouldst smell as sweet.
Tomato. What difference does it make, right?
Yeah. Eric Hammond says, I just got a word that Chick-fil-A is considered necessary.
It better be.
I tell you what.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A's got it going, man. They got the drive-throughs working.
Double drive-through.
They're closing Chick-fil-A's here.
Oh,
well, the restaurant part is. The inside.
Well, they closed 2 of them today completely.
Yeah.
The outside part down here are running full steam ahead. So
this was the argument we were having before we went on, because
right
in Gainesville right now they're not allowing you to go into restaurants. You have to go to the drive up. Some restaurants are just like did a ad hoc drive up thing. I I think over the weekend we tried to go to Best Buy. Best Buy is not letting you come in the store. You got to order your thing online and then go outside and they'll bring it to you.
I will say, with the amount of people that go in there, cough, and touch all the electronics, that is like a hotbed. That's like a hotbed for like disease spreading.
During normal times.
During normal times, yeah. During like flu season, ooh.
That's what I don't understand. People don't understand this goes on 365 days a year.
Oh no, 6 months from now, people will. I guarantee you, 6 months from now, people will go back to rubbing their nose, touching something, and then eating food right now. Guaranteed, absolutely.
Rubbing their nose, pushing the kiosk button and the thing to get their burger. Then
don't forget about it.
Yeah.
No.
So I know that you were saying, Mike, that they shut down some stores. Lola was saying that they're going to shut down the restaurants altogether and you can't do drive-through. But Babyface, you said you actually listened to the press conference on this.
The mayor and city council chief, whatever, drive-through.
There are people in our society who do not eat except eating out.
Yeah.
And how
if you shut down all the eating out, some people won't be able to eat.
People are going to cook.
They'll be burning down their houses trying to cook for the first time.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Now there's going to be Babyface. Your microphone is still cutting off. I don't know if you're aware of that, but you might want to unplug it and plug it back in, or something like that. Because I think it's still cutting off. So now, if they actually do that, then there's going to be more people running to the stores getting food that they don't know how to cook.
Or getting the food you stick in the microwave.
Yeah.
My
recommendation is get lots of tuna.
Oh God.
Get lots of tuna.
There's. Have you ever? Let's say here, if you eat a lot of one kind of food or eat a lot of garlic, and you start sweating, guess what?
Yeah.
You smell like.
You smell like the garlic.
But the mosquitoes won't bite you.
That's right.
Also, you're vampire proof. You're vampire proof right there.
So if you eat a lot of tuna and you start smelling, all the cats are going to be following you around, man.
Yeah, that's either good or bad. I mean, if you're looking for a better kind of meat and the cats are following you around,
That's my happy thought for this show.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. So there you go.
Y'all know why they're selling so much toilet paper, right?
Oh no!
I'm sure you'll tell us.
Yeah.
That's because when one person sneezes, 5 others shit themselves.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh boy! Yeah, boom, boom, boom.
Where's Big John for give him that joke, man? Give him that joke.
Oh, I'm sure Big John has that already. I'm sure he has that one written down already. Yeah. What kind of foods would be easy, do you think, for the people out there? Oodles of noodles? Like, if we were giving advice to people that don't know how to cook, but now you have to shelter in place and cook for the rest of the week for yourself, what are the easiest things to cook that anyone could do? Even an idiot could cook this thing.
Ramen.
Ramen's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Hot dogs and water. Boil some hot dogs
in boiled water.
Yeah, hot dogs. Yeah, you can't actually ruin a hot dog, even if you let the water all boil down. Yeah.
It's already a disaster to eat those things. So.
Let's see what else.
TV dinners, you could just microwave those, really.
Yeah.
You can get some pretty decent microwavable food nowadays.
PB&J, you could survive a little bit on. You're gonna go nuts if you try to eat that 24/7 though.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad was a power was out at his house, so he pulls out an MRE and he goes to use the MRE heater, and it doesn't work anymore.
That kind of defeats the purpose. How long are the MRE heaters supposed to last?
Well,
as long as the MREs do.
A decent amount of time, but eventually they go bad.
And here we go. We're talking about MREs.
Yeah, already.
Already. We didn't have MREs. We had C-rats when I was in.
What is that?
You had bad things.
That was in a can. You open it with a John Wayne.
What? Okay, what's a John Wayne? What is it?
That's a little can opener. It goes on your keychain.
P38
John Wayne. Yeah, P38.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So how long ago was it you were in the Marines?
Oh, I know.
28 years ago. I was retired 28 years ago.
And then
MREs came into being early 80s.
Yeah,
think, right
they were. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, sometime around that time frame.
Wait, did you just say you retired 28 years ago?
Yes.
Oh wow. How old are you?
Yeah.
Can we ask that, or is that rude?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll be 66 real soon.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
So,
So
nah,
did you go in when you went into the Marines? You were what, like just out of high school or something?
yes, just out of high school, jumped in 1972, January 72.
Jeez, 1972. That's when I don't even think I was born. In January of 72, I wasn't born. I was still cooking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we had fun back then. We could do stuff and get away with it. In the military nowadays, you can't get away with anything.
Yeah.
You know?
You could not just in the military. You can get away with a lot of things back then. In general.
As long as you could walk and come to work, you were good back then.
Yeah, you were good to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Now everything you do is on record. Everything you do now is on record. When you go get a job, the first thing they do is look at your Facebook.
Yeah.
Wow, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So be careful. That's just a warning to you, Walter.
You're gonna look at your Facebook, Walter, and know.
Yeah. When you go to get a job, they're gonna look at your Facebook.
Right. You're gonna know.
I don't have to worry about that job thing anymore.
Did you retire? Is that it?
No, it's work for myself. But
No. Yeah. He's
you know.
So
It's
Walter.
self-employed.
Yeah. Walter owns Safety Harbor Firearms.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Safety Harbor Firearms does, Walter could say this better than me, but they make a 50 BMG upper that goes on an AR-15 lower.
Yep, that's one of them.
Well, let me ask you this, Walter. Are you a Lead Star dealer yet? And if not, why not?
We don't have a retail store.
Okay, I'm just messing with you.
No, we
Yeah,
just
he's a
do
manufacturer.
manufacturing. So
Okay.
Right about now, Walter would be an anybody dealer because when I was over there picking up that Lead Star, there was so many calls, right, Walt? Just
well,
like,
people, and also just they see our listing. We have I don't know if it's say Yellow Pages or whatever, but there's a listing. I didn't actually want it to be in there because I didn't want people just showing up, but people have been riding around looking for Safety Harbor Firearms because they're looking to buy ammo or they're looking. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
so,
If you
but
could get into a time machine and go back about 6 months, Walter, would you actually stock up on guns and ammo and stuff like that for selling? I know you've been stocking up on guns and ammo for a long time.
When I bought, when you could have, a few weeks ago, you could have bought 9mm for 139, 140 shipped some places.
What,
If you would've
1,000
bought
rounds?
10 or 20,000, 30, 40,000 rounds sitting there, could have doubled your money. Hello,
Yeah. Good.
not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Better than the bank.
Yeah.
So
It's 2008 all over again.
yeah, it's just I've told people we've been through this before. It wasn't because of a virus. It was political stuff. It'll all go over, and ammo prices will come back down like they were, and everything will get back to normal.
Yeah.
How it just take time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta be patient.
So you're the director of sales at Lead Star. How's this going for you guys? Are you guys selling out of everything? What's going on over there?
No, I mean, yes, we're selling a lot. We still have a lot, but sales are improving, and of course we have a niche rifle that just doesn't lay around in stores every day. It's a skeletonized competition style, or not necessarily has to be for competition, but very accurate type high dollar rifles. That's the reason we're talking about the Grunt. The Grunt is something that sells quite a bit because of the price line on it. We've got this sale going on right now, so we've got a staff that's keeping busy building them, getting them out to the stores. We're taking on new dealers. We're taking on 3 or 4 new dealers a week.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Very cool. So the Grunt being the entry level is what people want to go for there, because most of the other guns are competition. Or is the Grunt also a competition? What would be the use of the Grunt?
You can shoot it in competition. I wouldn't hesitate a minute to take that rifle and shoot it in the USPSA Multi-Gun Nationals in a couple of weeks in Florida. Because if it runs, because you're only as good as your equipment is. So if your equipment goes down, you're done. And any of our guns are going to run and not have problems with them. But there's just the way they look, and like I say, we can't show them on the podcast now, but look online, you'll see the way they look. It's anodizing. We're using an anodizing right now. It's called a high dip, a bright dip, level 2 hard anodizing. So our rifles are kind of a shiny red, blue, gunmetal type deal, and they accent them with red buttons or blue stock or these type things. So that's what makes the more expensive rifles a little more classy looking, you know.
Okay, it makes them a little bit more expensive. I'm rolling in footage right now from the video I did with the Grunt. So this is not just in black, right? You guys have the Grunt in different colors?
Yeah, it also comes in concrete gray, sniper green, FDE, and black.
Okay. Are those more expensive for the different colors, or?
No, that's the same cost. Everything's the same cost right now with the sale going on.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And we don't sell direct, so if they go on our website, one of the things I want to mention, we don't sell directly to customers because we have a lot of dealers out there. I think we're around almost 90 dealers throughout the United States. So we don't sell direct. You have to go find a dealer to buy the gun through if you're just off the street or something like that. But we have a lot of them. You look online or give us a call at sales@Walther Arms. I'll be the one that answers the phone, and I'll help you find a dealer.
Yeah. Are the dealers calling you guys up and just ordering whatever you have, or?
Most of our dealers, some of them have stock. Some of them don't. They don't want to put a lot of stock in the stores, and we can assemble and usually ship. You know, some of our anodizing colors are hard to get. You know, USPSA did a big photo shoot with a gunmetal with blue accents in their magazine and a bunch of other places. Well, everybody in the United States wanted one. Mm-hmm. So that's the hardest color to anodize in the country. Mm-hmm. And we have about an 8-week lead time for that particular color because it's really hard to get, you know, just hard to do. Nobody wants to do it because it's very hard to match those colors. Mm-hmm. So that's about an 8-week lead time right now, and we're working on improving that with our anodizer. But the reds, blues, and blacks in the anodizing or the grunts in the Cerakotes are available right now.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Very cool.
But our dealers don't necessarily put a lot of stock up there because I guess our rifles are more customized to you. If you walk in your store and want to buy one, you say, well, I want a gunmetal with black accents. Well, he might not have that one, so he can't stock everything. So he can order that and get it within a reasonable amount of time.
Okay.
Now, the grunts they'll start stocking. That's kind of a new launch last year, a new version. A lot of stores are starting to stock those now because they're available. They're mil-spec type guns with a nice looking Cerakote on them.
Okay, very cool. Let me see. I don't know if you guys have any other questions. I am going to go to some. No, so I saw that we're talking about the coronavirus stuff. I think Ohio just went into shutdown mode, right? Because
I don't know.
I think it did because High Point sent out a message. Here it goes. I'm going to read it to you guys. It says, as you may have heard, the state of Ohio has joined many others in shutting down all non-essential businesses to help spread the spread of the coronavirus, help fight the spread. Although the firearm industry has been listed as exempt in this order, our number one priority has to be the safety, health, and well-being of our employees. As such, as of March 23rd, 2020, we have made the difficult decision to shut down all operations, including accessory sales and repairs, until further notice. So that's from High Point.
Well, this is the second time they've went into shutdown mode in the last year, right? It wasn't the first time when Clemson beat Ohio State.
Boy.
I'm a Clemson guy, so I have to say that.
Okay.
Had to take a poke. Had to poke him.
Yeah. Oh man. Go ahead.
Yeah, my thought on the business shutdown thing is this. Okay, us, family business. There's us, family people, and one other person. So we don't have walk-in customers. It's not open to the public. You know, everything else. So shutting me down does nothing. I mean, it wouldn't do anything. What's it going to do? You know.
Yeah.
I'm now in a business.
The family, you're all hanging out with each other and stuff like that.
We're all we're eating off the same plates and breathing the same air. So, you know, if it's all for one or one for all, if we get it. So, you know, I can see in the restaurants and things like that where people sit and congregate. or there's places where people are coming and going constantly.
Mhm.
You know, that I can understand.
Yeah.
Somewhat, but you know, yeah, we'll see
Yeah.
how it goes.
Right.
I heard that I guess they was saying though that they shut down the spring break here finally, right? They told them all
the Florida Spring Breakers.
yeah,
Mhm.
they
Why?
told them all
Why?
to go home, but I guess five of the kids from
They yeah.
Tampa
Tested positive.
University of Tampa tested positive already. So
Of course.
if 5 got it, then another 500 probably got it. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
yeah.
Stay
If
away
they-
from your grandparents, kids. Just let it
Yeah,
ride
don't-
its course for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
don't go
don't-
by your
don't-
parents' house.
Yeah,
don't
put them
kill-
all in the
don't
same
kill Granny.
isolation.
Yeah.
Well, can I
Yeah.
tell you a quick coronavirus story?
Okay.
In New Orleans, Peggy's father and his wife are basically stuck in the bed. So they have a caregiver that comes in and helps out.
Mm-hmm.
The caregiver's husband got the mung.
Mm.
Comes over and comes to the house where my father-in-law and wife are, and at the same time my two brother-in-laws are there visiting in the same time that she's in there. So now everybody is sitting and doing nothing. Not that they actually have it, but they might have been exposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's the one brother-in-law is a firefighter, and the other one's does something up in Mississippi. I'm not sure what he does, but
Did they go get tested?
no. Well, you don't. They're not going to test you unless you're
Showing symptoms. Yep.
Okay.
If you're
don't-
asymptomatic, you won't get a test.
They don't have enough test kits to say, hey, I want to get tested.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Because 3/4 of the population will run in automatically and say, I want to
Yeah.
get tested.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just.
They're improving that though. He's
Yeah,
still on.
they're
He's
working
still on
it.
TV over here. He's giving a long brief
President's
tonight.
still going. Yeah.
How many people you tell are stupid yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it is kind of the questions these reporters ask are stupid a lot of times. They're just dumb things, It's
Yeah.
like and it's like the same thing over and over and over and over. It's like they're trying to bait him so he says something and then he go, oh, Trump said this. It's like
Yes, exactly.
it's
and that
a
would
long
be-
brief tonight though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
what the things that I don't like that's going on is this wanting to give the DOJ more shut down your constitutional rights, basically.
Oh God, yeah, that's some garbage.
Yeah.
That's the. Yeah.
That's and once they they're going to try to do this what they did after 9/11 the freedom what was it that act they did where they basically spy on you all they want now.
the Homeland.
Oh hell, what is it? They just renewed
The Patriot Act.
Yeah, the Patriot Act. Yeah, the Patriot Act. Yeah.
Yeah,
they wanna do
these things
stuff-
are always the opposite of whatever they say.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they want to do more of that kind of stuff now too, and it's like, no, you don't need to do any of this crap. Well, that's not going to get somebody not being sick.
Yeah.
By,
That's
you
one
know.
of the things I wanted to talk about because I saw that the guys from the IV 8888, Chad and Eric, had a they put up a gun drive.
HR 5677 or what it is.
I think it's 5717. I just sent you guys a link on that.
Oh my God, talk about an unbelievably overreaching
Yeah.
thing.
While we're all distracted by this, they're trying to sneak in the most draconian gun control ever because we're not going to notice that.
Yep.
Or they're trying to do this money stuff for different things, and the Dems are trying to sneak in all this crap that they want, like Obama phones and stuff like that. It's like,
remember those?
well, yeah, I remember that. A lot of people still have those things.
Yeah,
Can we get Trump guns? Can we all get 1911s or something like that?
I got my Trump gun, thank you.
I don't want no
No,
19. I don't want no 1911. I want the damn M16 full
Not
auto.
a truck gun.
Yeah,
a Trump gun.
MP5s for everybody.
Yeah, hell yeah.
MP5s for
Forget about
everybody.
that 1911 garbage.
That's PSA's working on that. Don't worry about it. Yeah, they're working on that program.
I'm ready. My body's ready for an MP5 for everybody.
Yeah,
Belt fed.
it's
for everyone.
happening. It's yeah.
Health fed, yeah.
Belt felt, yeah. Machine guns for everyone. It is
Well,
it is weird what they're trying to do to sneak these things in. If you guys didn't watch it, I did share some of this stuff with you. They really seriously are trying to sneak in gun control while everyone's not paying attention here. While even in Illinois, the governor there, who's anti-gun, hates Trump and all that kind of stuff, he was still admitting, did you guys see this? That people need guns because the cops are not going to be able to come save you. What?
Well, how about, like, I think it was Dallas or someplace, one of those Houston ones said that cops aren't coming for minor theft.
Yeah, I think Coleon Noir had a video about that.
That's that's like telling the criminals, go ahead.
There's talk about releasing criminals.
Oh yeah,
Like-
that's what I was telling Hank. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's talk
Well,
about emptying the jails so they don't have to deal with it there in the jails.
yeah.
I think
So
the better
is
idea
Bill
is just lock them
Cosby?
down. They're already
Wait,
30
hold
feet
on,
apart.
hold on. Is Bill Cosby coming home? Is Bill Cosby actually going to get out? Oh boy.
Free Bill Cosby! Free Bill Cosby! Free.
Listen, certain places are hit pretty hard. Like New York City is hit hard, and the way this is all working, prisons, man. Yeah, it's gonna be tough in prison. It's gonna be tough. There's not really, you don't have like your own room, so to speak. It's bars. Everything just moves.
Prison's not supposed to be nice.
No, well, yeah.
You don't get to choose when you go and don't go to prison. That's what it is.
The only part of that sucks is if you're in prison for some nonsense that shouldn't even really be illegal, like, smoking the chiba or something
Listen,
like that.
I take that back. You do get to choose when you do and don't go to prison. It's when you don't commit crimes.
Thank you. Yes.
Well, I mean,
yes.
listen, this is the conversation we had last week with Big John, right? About FPS Russia.
Yeah.
I mean, he lost his gun rights over some CBD
Stupid
oils
shit.
or some
But
nonsense.
he knew his risks.
Yeah, true.
I that sucks, but it's illegal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's one of those things you can scream and holler, and it's not right, but it's illegal.
Listen, in
Don't.
different times throughout history, lots of things were illegal. At one point, it was illegal for a black person to get married to a white person. There's all kinds of things that are illegal. It doesn't mean that
it still is probably
you
in
know.
a lot of places.
Yeah.
Those laws haven't came off the books. Actually.
No. Alcohol was illegal. Remember Prohibition? That totally worked.
Yeah, and heroin was legal.
Yeah. During Prohibition, heroin was legal.
No, well, I didn't say that, but at one time, nobody
Oh, yeah.
cared, right?
Yeah. Yeah. At one time, weed wasn't even a thing, right? Like.
Before 1940.
Yeah. I mean, tobacco is fine, alcohol's fine, but this is just a weird kind of like society that we have. So, I mean, what do you do? So, just serious question here. Let's solve this for America, people. We can do this right here. We are the greatest minds. I'm trying to say this. Okay. What do you guys think that they should do with prisons, for example, prison populations, with this whole thing? Just like every man for themselves, let the guards go home and leave everyone locked in?
God, they would be eating each other in like
All right,
4
first
days.
thing, how does you're in a prison, right? You're locked up in a prison, right? How did they get into the prison?
What do you mean how you get into the prison?
How
Just
did
have
it get
secret.
into the prison?
Through the
It
front
didn't float
gate.
in. It didn't float in on the wind.
And they took the bus. They took the bus
Conjugal
in, right?
visits, the corrections officers could have brought it
how
in.
All
did
right. Well,
it-
how do you?
Yeah, how did the
prevent
virus?
that?
No, yeah, seriously. If you just we're limiting contact. Nobody coming in for visits. No nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have to sit, quote unquote, in quarantine.
There's a thing called the temporal thermometer too.
Yeah.
You can screen people. You can. I know it has
so
a 2
what?
week
So
incubation
the
period
so
and
the
stuff.
corrections officers are there. We don't let them go home. We just make them stay.
No.
They gotta live in there too.
They
can.
need to listen. We open all the gates. There's a giant battle royale. You throw like 1 or 2 pistols in. When it's done, you turn the dead bodies into Soylent Green and sell it off to the public.
Lord of the
Make it-
Flies.
Make it in the barbecue and feed the prisoners. There we go.
Right.
Lord of the Flies. Okay, I'm glad you guys came up with all the. Mike, do you have any solutions? I don't know, man. I don't necessarily want to get you in trouble.
No, no,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say
good.
if I did.
Yeah, good one, Mike.
Well, that's probably a wise move. Actually.
Good
Yeah,
one.
really.
Saved from eating prisoners.
Yeah,
No, but
don't,
I
you might-
just,
don't probably
you know-
don't want to get involved in this conversation.
I want to be politically correct.
Yeah, you'd be
We're way past that.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what they do there, man.
You can't close the prisons. You can't let them all out.
Mm-hmm.
That once again, this is playing into this crazy. Everybody's gonna die. Everybody's not gonna die.
As long as it's not a prison for geriatrics, they're gonna get
the percentage of dudes that come out of there. They're gonna be Hannibal Lecter. It's gonna be very small. It might be 10 dudes. In every state that's on Hannibal Lecter level.
Give them a free pass after annihilate the rest of the prison population.
Yeah. This is, you know what? This is so crazy. I was talking to my sons, because my older son was telling me how he's going back to Tallahassee to FSU. And I was like, that's not happening.
Why?
You know?
The school is closed, isn't it?
Yeah, but he wants to go, because some of his, and he's not on campus. He's, we rent an apartment that he has an apartment up there.
That's how you get coronavirus.
Yeah, but some of his buddies apparently are back.
They're going to gather.
Yeah.
They're going to gather. Kung Fu.
He's tired of hanging out with the old people.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, Hank on Saturday was like, I can't come out and shoot. We're going to have family time. And then I see his kids get in the car and off they go. And I was like, so much for family time.
That's what Lola told me. Lola told me, get all this stuff done right now because we're going to hang out with the boys and play Monopoly or something like that. And then the next thing I know, they woke up, got dressed, went and hung out with their friends. So he was telling me he was going to go back to Tallahassee. And I was like, no, you're not. This is, even though I don't think it's a big deal, this is not a thing that's ever happened on the face of the... Who remembers something like this happening on the face of the planet? Because I'm old. I'm 48 years old. I don't remember a situation...
1918.
Yeah, I wasn't around in 1918.
Well, I wasn't either,
I know you were, Walter.
But it's happened before.
The flu, the flu epidemic.
Yeah.
Right, and they didn't have anything like we got now.
Right.
Their thing for a fever was soak somebody in cold water or hot water.
Oh.
It's one of those kind of things,
Put them in the ice box. They didn't have ice boxes probably either.
But no, all they had was aspirin, and aspirin's an anti-inflammatory, and that's not what you're supposed to give people with the coronavirus. Ibuprofen and stuff is a no-no because it actually helps it. It doesn't prevent anything. So some of the people back then said the German aspirin, because it was made by Bayer. They also made the stuff for the gas chambers, by the way.
Bayer,
really? Bayer made Cyclone B?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah. Anyways, the Bayer aspirin probably they said killed more people than the actual
during the Spanish flu. You're saying?
Yes.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Because they thought, oh, give them some aspirin, that'll help. It doesn't help.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So back then, Walter, since you were around, maybe Mike was around.
Yes,
sir. What did they have? Everything shut down? Was business all shut down? Schools all shut down?
I don't know that part, but I know that it was a worldwide thing.
I mean, everybody did everything at home back then, so it wouldn't be a big loss if they shut the businesses down back then.
Yeah.
Not like it is
more
today.
More farmers.
Yeah. They didn't get everything from China.
Well, that's true.
I'm hoping this wakes people up to a bunch of things that we've all been yelling about.
That's right. We need to make this stuff at home.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And I don't buy that thing. We can't make it for the same price garbage.
That's right.
I just don't buy it because we have plenty of labor here too that needs to work. Now getting them to work's another thing.
There you go.
But all the technology that Chinese use to make and they're using their manufacturing, that all came from here.
Yeah, we don't. So my thing is, we don't have to do things the same way. We're not in 1918 or anything like that. We have completely different technology, so we can still make things here. We could just do this all There's so many things we could do differently. Like one of the things going on right now, and I think this is probably why Trump is still talking. I don't know if he's still talking, Mike. I'm assuming.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay. But I know they're going back and forth. The Democrats don't want to agree to the bill, and all this stuff is happening. And they're kind of able to do this because there's is it 5 Republicans that are quarantined because they have the virus?
Can I throw something out there real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
Am I the only one that thinks printing money is the worst thing we could do right now?
Yeah.
That's all we're doing is let's just print some more money.
2008 again? Come on.
Yes, thank you.
Everybody.
Why does the government need to help Why would I? If I was the government and the airline industry came to me and said, "We need money," I'd tell you to piss up a pole because you've been charging $10 for bags and.
And I love it. All the people that, for the concern.
Go ahead, Mike. I think Babyface is.
The bad part is they're talking about giving relief to the hospitals, but if you go to the doctor today, your insurance is going to pay them. Why would you give them relief? They're making money off of us if we need to go. Our insurance is going to pay them.
Or like, I guess some of these people have got tested, got bills for like $3,000
for the test.
So why would we give them money? Why don't we give people like you guys or the guys out here that need it that ain't working right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not looking for any of the government money. I don't want.
I was in the same boat. I'm like, I don't need a government.
I'm not going to agree with these people. Just for the record, I want my Trump money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
you get both of theirs too, since they don't want it.
Exactly.
Hank gets all of it. Yeah.
But listen, you know what? I think this is a great.
He can finally buy some ammo we can shoot then.
buy some grunt rifles.
Yeah, why not? Absolutely, hell yeah. But you know what? I think that this is really a big opportunity that from out of this, we could do so many things differently. There's a lot more people that don't actually have to go to work every day, like get in their car, drive down to an office somewhere. Not everyone. Some people have to go someplace to actually do it. But there's a lot of people that can work from home.
No, I'm hoping this is kind of a boost in that direction where it's like, yeah, there's no reason to have everybody driving to a central office. I've worked from home for the last year and a half now, and I can tell you, I don't know if I want to go back to an office. I think my next step is going to be my own business. But even if I had to go to another job, I don't want to go to an office. I like
not everybody can do what.
Oh no, Hank already said that. Yeah. Nurses can't not show up.
No, I'm saying some people cannot physically motivate themselves to do the work.
Yes, yeah. No, there is that problem too.
Yeah, and that is an important thing. I think that makes you. That where you have to get up and go. Like, so for example, I can work from home all the time doing what I'm doing. My range is at home. I can shoot videos. The only thing I don't have over there is good internet. So we have the studio here, but I make myself get up every day, drive in here, work all day in the studio and do things like that. And I think it's good, right? Forces me to be up and out, moving around, actually seeing human beings versus I'm just talking to
sitting
people
at
on
home
the internet. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're going to learn what our society today. I don't think we're going to learn a whole lot from this. Once it's over, everybody's going to say, "Oh, I can just sit at home, and the government's going to give me a handout."
Yeah. How many weeks do you think it's going to take before everyone forgets about this?
Well,
one.
The other thing is, I already know people that are like, "Oh, we can just send $1,000 checks to everybody. Why don't we just do that
from
all
now
the time?"
on?
It's
From now on.
What?
What?
No.
What?
No.
We should be doing it in the first place.
Right. Well, okay. You know what? Like I said, you brought up a good thing about the rifle, buying a rifle. You're going to give some people $1,000, $1,200. They're going to go out and blow it in 2 minutes.
Absolutely.
They're going to go out. They're going to go out and buy a TV. They're going to get some wheels for the car.
Walter, that's the plan, is to stimulate the economy. They want you to spend it instantly. They want you to save it.
Yeah, it's not saving money.
I ain't got no food for my children's. And
I know.
You spent the money. You didn't go buy no beans and rice.
This is why I think we have to do some things differently. We have to take the opportunity. First of all, we need more like Avatar-style robots. Very necessary. We need to do some. There's a way we could do a lot of this, like schools, for example. I think we can completely redo the way schools are done. So like schools to me should be, one, more secure, right? We have this problem going on with the schools, but two, you should really just have the kids going down to the school to like play sports, play instruments, and like certain activities where they interact with other kids. We don't need the frickin' tests. If we could cancel those tests now, these just like standardized tests, we could cancel them forever, and then we can, a lot of like the knowledge that the kids need, they can get using the technology that we're all using right now, right?
Once again, they're doing that. Thank you.
Huh?
They're doing that here. They're doing that here in Pinellas County, where the kids are going to go online and do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Most kids are going to screw off.
Your kids are sitting at home off from school. What are they going to do? Mommy and Daddy can't sit home for how they're talking about no more school to the end of the year.
Yeah.
So it's like it ain't gonna work.
This
There's
is
gonna
why
be
this is why we need the robots. You know, ass whooping robots.
You talk about a one-sided view of life. Who's gonna provide the robot?
I don't know. We build it. Listen, really, all kidding aside, we have the opportunities to. If we're gonna support something, we need to support, like we were saying before. There's certain things that should just be made here. You know, those. You got a bunch of toys, Walter. I know.
Oh, this is an airsoft mini Uzi.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. By
Watch
the way,
listen. Oh, look at that. That's so scary. How pathetic.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Uzi.
Well, what we need to do is fix the damn road, since ain't nobody on them. We could fix all the potholes.
That's true.
Right now, they should be out paving roads, just fixing all the potholes. Nobody's driving on it. You don't have to worry about like cutting off lines. Just
that's true.
That's what I said. Like, the casinos are closed in Vegas. Maintenance time, baby.
Oh,
yeah.
Doing your maintenance. Start
You
working.
think they're gonna do it though?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
that's
so.
private.
A lot of the money that gets kicked out is going to be usurped. Let's be honest about that. A lot of that money is going to be. But this is the opportunity. Right now, we can make flying cars real. Right now. This is the opportunity.
Man, you haven't had your medicine today.
We can make that happen.
keep it smoking.
He got hit by that grunt in the head from the recoil or something.
Yeah.
There wasn't any kind of recoil. Listen, I think that there's some things that we've been trying to do all this time that we now have the opportunity to actually
go outside and walk.
Get it done.
Yannick Stoner says, what's he going to do now? Watch Pornhub and anime.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that we do have an opportunity here. For example, I was talking about these senators that are sick. Why do they even have to go to this thing to vote for something?
I don't understand that. I don't get that.
I'm confused here. How did they get sick?
I don't know. How did all these celebrities get sick? Okay? Whatever kind of secret, Illuminati nonsense that they have going on that Alex Jones talks about all the time, that's how they all got sick.
With all the stuff
Hanging around Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
I guess. with all this crap going around, wouldn't you kind of, hey, stay over there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, back up. I don't need to shake your hands. We don't need the hug. We don't need that crap.
There was a picture of Rand Paul sitting next to what's the Cuban guy from here in Florida? Rand Paul just tested positive. Rubio, yeah, sitting next to each other. I'm like, okay, Rubio's got it now too.
Yeah, well, like Hank was saying though, you could do all this stuff remotely. They don't have. The best thing that could happen is Congress could just close.
Oh my God!
And the Senate.
Oh man, that would be so sweet. Then we could
shut
rewrite
down.
the rules, term limit.
Yeah. Oh God! Could you imagine them trying to take power away from them?
Yeah.
They would.
While we're at it, we should fix how you vote and everything like that. We should come up with a.
I like that word. Fix how you vote.
Because it's all nonsense. It's just too much. There's too much opportunity out there for people to fake it. In certain places, anyone could vote. Doesn't matter who. We have to. All of that. We need to come up with better systems of doing all this kinds of stuff. Because right now there's primaries that got put off. Right. So this is what Ohio. I think Ohio put off. No, Florida didn't put off any primaries.
Yeah, Florida had a primary. It was last week.
Yeah, I went and voted.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was surprised. There was people running against Trump.
Yeah. Okay. Don't get it, but yeah.
I was like,
those dudes aren't actually running, but the way I don't even know what their names are. Those guys aren't running now, but the way Florida law works, they still have to stay on the ballot. You can't take them off the ballot.
Yeah, probably Green Party and communists and libertarians and all that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they have it all the time.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Some communists running on the Republican side, absolutely.
Well, I mean, I don't know how that. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I'm sorry.
No. I'm not even kidding. I guarantee you, there's some communists on the Republican side.
I see. What do you do when you have Spencer? My son Spencer is registered as an independent. So when he went to vote too, he goes, Trump wasn't on the ballot because you're registered as an independent. Yeah, you don't get to vote as the.
Yeah. So Mike, Florida has this thing that when you go vote in the primary, you have to vote for whatever party you're affiliated with, and you have to claim an affiliation in Florida. So either Republican, Democrat, or Independent. And typically, if you claim Independent, there's no independents running. So you go in there, and they're like, "Thank you very much. There's no voting for you."
Well, the mayor's race and the city council here were, as I call them, non-denominational, non-partisan, or whatever. Which I hate that because they're all partisan. In the end, they are. They all belong to some party. But yeah, so he got to vote for the mayor.
Oh, okay. What about here? I'm gonna go to this. What about Jersey shutting down
the
gun
Knicks
stores? Yeah, the Knicks. Yeah.
Seems unconstitutional.
Yeah,
how do
I
they
think
have
they're
the
getting
right
sued.
Well, I don't know how the Knicks works. Florida has their own background check thing. They're not dependent on the Knicks system.
I think people, every different state uses different people for that Knicks thing. But basically, in Jersey, they were able to shut that whole thing down, and I think they're getting sued right now.
Imagine that.
Yeah, because there's so many people. Right now, there's a lot of people going out there. This is one of the things we should fix. After this, everyone in America should be gun proficient.
Yeah, you got plenty of time to learn right now.
Yeah, that's something that we should go back to. Everyone should learn about guns in school.
Learn about guns in school. Ah, you're so funny. That ain't never going to happen.
It should.
That didn't happen back in the olden days. What do you think is going to happen now?
It should. I think it should happen, especially when you never know what could happen here. So
I think a lot of things should happen in school, but it ain't gonna.
Yeah.
Do you really want to put guns in a lot of people's hands today? I've seen them shoot.
Yeah. Well, see,
And it ain't safe.
they need training. They need better training. Obviously,
They need some common sense first.
Yeah.
You got to teach some damn common sense.
Yeah. Someone's asking, what do we think of COVID-19? Do you think China should be punished?
How are you going to punish China?
Yeah, good luck.
How are you going to punish China? China's got
no more food for you, and they're like, oh, we already don't have any food.
Well, yeah, the Chinese can't feed themselves, so no soybeans for you, and they're going to go, okay, well, we'll get them.
Okay.
I think they're already being punished. So let's say we want to go with the conspiracy theory that China developed this thing. I think they're getting well punished, but so is everyone in the world.
I don't know
their punishment is every time Trump says the China virus.
Somebody in China cries.
This Chinese virus. Yeah, that's the punishment right there. Let's see, did any cool gun stuff come out? Other, obviously, than the Lead Star? Are you guys, is there anything you could tell us about, Mike, that's coming out from Lead Star? Give us some
the helium gun we talked about is going to be a real cool thing. That's going to be new. We're looking at the Lead Star AK in the fall of the year.
Ooh.
What does a Lead Star AK look like?
It's going to be pretty cool looking, It's got to have a star on the side of it.
Okay, all right.
But we'll have the Lead Star AK, and we've had a lot of people talk about it. We're still working on the MP5.
I was going to say
whether it'll be launched or not in the fall. It's a very undertaking project. So those things are still in work coming from Lead Star.
Okay, so now that you brought that up, is the MP5 coming out through Lead Star?
It'll be coming out through Palmetto State to start with.
Okay.
Then there will be a Lead Star version to follow sometime after that.
Okay.
So you should see something around the fall of the year from Palmetto State, and a few months after that, probably start seeing something around the Lead Star.
Oh, okay. So what is Lead Star's philosophy? If you're going to take an AK that PSA is making, and then you Lead Star it up, like what's the basic philosophy there? Is it making it lighter? Is it adding like making better triggers? What exactly are we talking about? The Lead Star treatment.
Well, I mean, you would add a better trigger. We got some trigger companies that are in development now to make a better trigger in it. Mm-hmm. The same kind of upgrade you would do with an AR, to putting a type of platform on top of it that you could add optics and have them stable and not moving around. Or, right now if you put a dot on it without putting a side mount on it, it's got to be all the way up forward on the gas block. Mm-hmm. So there's some things in work to improve those. That's what's taking a lot of the time up right now. You know, improve the piston system reliability, those type of things.
Okay. Does it also add like colors, like we were talking about the different color treatments?
It'll be more Cerakoted than anodized because it's steel, and anodizing is basically an aluminum type coating, but it will be Cerakoted. You know, we put one of the lead stars, we actually have one now. We put it in the International Choice Awards that I was telling you about earlier. And it was very popular in the Choice Awards as far as an AK platform. It shot very flat. It had a lot of upgrades that a normal AK or most companies are not doing that.
Oh, okay.
So
I wonder if they're going to do the crank Lead Star crank version, babyface. This is where you know.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
I could be the cranky guy.
we're working with some guys also, some other companies that have a lot of AK experience. There's a company out of Texas right now that has a lot of AK experience. They build a very high-end Vepr shotgun, KL12. And they're doing some improvements to our stuff as far as supporting and help advising on where we need to go to make this a better product for the field out there.
Okay.
So it's not something we're just throwing together. We're putting a lot of thought in it to what the customer wants and looks for like and reliability.
Okay. Yeah, Walter, if you could wave a magic wand to make PSA develop a gun that I guess later on Lead Star could improve on, where do you think they should go next? They've done ARs, they've done AKs, they've even got some Glocks coming out, or Glock-like pistols coming out soon. What do you think?
Striker-fired pistols.
What?
You said it's a striker-fired pistol.
Yeah, striker-fired pistol. Where do you think they should? These aren't the Glocks you're looking for.
I heard this word from PSA that they're going to maybe do an SVD. The SVD. The Dragunov is an SVD. That's what I heard. That's what they said.
Where did you hear this? Where did you hear this?
I heard it right from the man right here on this blog, I believe. When we had those gentlemen on.
Oh, when we had PS, yeah. I think they did. Yeah, that's true.
SVD.
That's what you want, Walter? That's the next thing?
Well, that's what a lot of people want.
Oh, okay.
And that's like, one of those because you can't get them because they're all banned. From China and Russia and everywhere else.
So what's the magic of a Dragunov over an AK? You guys did a more
just AK. It's a Dragunov. An AK is a Dragunov's a machined receiver. It's not a sheet metal receiver. So that's one of those guns. So it's kind of like the MP5 thing. You want why do you like an MP5 so much? Well, they're cool guns, but you just hard to. I mean, for a while you couldn't get them. So everybody wants them. So yeah. And everybody doesn't want to spend $2,700 like HK's getting for their guns. So, there's definitely a.
True.
But anyways, yeah, I think the SVD they would sell them as fast as they make them.
So does Dragunov give us like a better barrel or?
No. There's better sniper rifles. There's better sniper rifles out there, but it's a Dragunov.
Oh, okay. So it's like the Draco. Right. It's like the Draco. Why all the rappers like the Draco?
It's not like a Draco, but that's a different crowd.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a different group of enthusiasts, we'll say.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, what's the magic of the Dragunov that everyone? I'm not that deep into AKs, so.
Availability, I would say, is the main thing. There hasn't been any available.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I know my request to them is I want an AK and 5.56. That way I ain't got to buy a bunch of different ammo.
Some magazines of 5.56.
Well, that's an easy one. They're
working on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know they are. So, but I'm kind of wanted a little faster.
Oh, okay.
On delay.
Yeah, come on, give us some news. No, I don't want to get you. I don't want to get you into anything that PSA doesn't want to get out there yet. And then, of course, I'm sure people will start making a whole bunch of requests right now. Vanessa Kitty says, helium gun, ? I know you did speak of this before, but for the folks who weren't here, if you want to fill them in on the helium gun. By the way, everyone, smash the thumbs ups, please. Go ahead. What are you saying, Patrick?
It's light. It's lightweight.
Light.
It's not. There's not actual helium.
Yeah, it's a helium laser.
It's light.
It's a helium-powered laser.
That would be really cool. I would like to have one of those, but
Yeah.
Now, the helium gun is make it in two different platforms. We make it in a PCC platform, a 9mm platform. It weighs 4.5 pounds total. It's carbon fiber handguard, carbon fiber grip, titanium parts. It's all been lightened. It's very popular right now in the people that have got them in their hands right now shooting steel challenge or where you need to move the gun around real fast. We also make the helium in a 5.56 platform. It is 3.5 pounds. It shoots very flat. It's titanium, aluminum, and carbon fiber. Most of the pins and those type things are titanium. It comes in different anodized colors also, but it's got carbon fiber handguard, a pencil barrel. It's got a muzzle brake on it, a mini muzzle brake we call it, and it shoots very flat. Now, as I was telling you earlier, Hank, we had it in the International Choice Awards 2 weekends ago, and it was a very popular gun. Everybody wanted to shoot it. International Choice Awards is where 35 evaluators get together and vote gun of the year, these accessory of the year, AK of the year. The helium was very, very popular, and everybody wanted to shoot it. And the big consensus was that it would be a great gun for tactical games or backpacking. It's about 30, I'm going to say around, we talked about 35 inches long total, but it weighs 3.5 pounds without an optic on it.
What's going to be the price point of that? Like, I'm just curious to see where we can get these super light guns price point.
Yeah, our initial cost was looking like a little over 2,000. Now, with the CEO Chad and I and some other folks working on it, we think we've got the price down to where we maybe can offer that gun under 2,000.
Okay.
We look at around the 1,800-1,900 price range, we hope.
Okay. Is that a carbon fiber barrel shroud or?
No, it's a mini pencil barrel.
Okay.
When Derek handed me one a year ago and said, "Here, shoot this thing," and I shoot a lot of ARs throughout the year, and said, "Shoot this thing." First thing I did is I'm one of the old guys that says light means recoil.
Absolutely.
It did not have recoil. It was very flat shooting. It's running an aluminum BCG in it, boat carrier group. So it was very flat shooting with the muzzle brake. It did have adjustable titanium gas block, so you could tune it down to where you needed to, and it will have that on it if you get one. It was very flat shooting and very accurate. Like I say, I shot it out to 300 yards, and I was shooting an IPSC target, and I could hit the head every time I pulled the trigger on it. So, it's an MOA gun, or maybe a little over MOA, but somewhere between MOA and .5 out there. But we get them out there. It's not going to be a gun for everybody. It has a reason. But if you really want a gun, you can throw in the back seat or throw in the trunk or throw in a backpack. It's really an awesome setup.
What kind of reliability can we get out of a pencil barrel?
Reliability is not the problem.
Yeah.
No.
Reliability's it's not going to be an issue. It's going to be heating that barrel up. It might spread a little bit.
Yeah, you might open your group up a little bit over time. That's exactly right. I mean, you sit there and, I go to the range today and you see people get up there and they just burning rounds through a gun. You get a little bit of heat through it. Then, your group's going to open up as it does that. That's with any gun, it's going to open up when you do that. But, that's not what the gun's built for. It's built for backpacking or shooting in a match where you're shooting 10 or 20 rounds in a stage or something like that, So it's had everybody has put their hands on it. And I wish we could get one around to everybody and let you guys look at them and review them for us, because it's guys like you guys that are doing this that really tell the public what we really got and what we're making and what we think of it, So we're looking forward to getting some out to you guys and letting y'all play with it a little bit and give us some feedback on it.
Okay. And what were you saying about the guys that just go and shoot all the ammo through the guns when they're shooting on the range? Geniuses, you said? I think you said very smart people.
Yeah, they don't know that that's a road on the barrel, They don't know that that's taking their life away, barrel life away. But you see them hammering out there, But
I blame it on the YouTube. The YouTube guys have created that whole.
Do y'all do that?
What's your rate of? I mean, you're like, this is for different people. Like usually on YouTube when we do videos, people want to hear the bang bangs real close. I know that's not necessarily a practical thing that everyone should do when they're out there. You probably want to focus more on accuracy. I know you're like Marines are one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I shoot long range matches also, but that's not the product that I'm representing tonight. But I do a lot of sniper matches and those type things. So I like the accuracy of the gun. I like the functionality of the gun. I look at reliability. Will the gun support me? Will it protect me? Will it keep me alive? Will it, do everything that I need it to do? Because you're only as good as your equipment is.
Mm-hmm.
If your equipment goes down, you're done. So that's kind of what I look at. Every gun will go bang if you pull the trigger every time. So the faster you pull it, you might as well flip that third switch and go full auto. But
sounds like a plan to me.
Yep. Start the erosion plan right away.
I teach at an indoor range, and they rent full auto guns. And every time I hear that, I just think of the cash register ringing as they're buying these.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I think, Walter, aren't you dealing with Machine Gun Orlando or something? They're constantly going.
Yes and no. Yeah, but yes, I'll fill you in a little later about the latest on that. So. Yeah.
Okay, not for public consumption. The thing is, though, when I talk to those guys that run ranges like that where they have those machine guns, yeah, absolutely, those guns are always down and getting maintained and barrels changed.
Oh yeah, they get the crap run out of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. Tell you this, I just got a text from Chad, and Chad's got about 50,000 rounds on his pencil barrel right now that he's been doing testing. And
50,000?
That's what he's saying, and it's still shooting. That's a minor power factor, but it's still shooting good. So that's what he just texted me and said.
Cool.
But,
Chad's listening.
As long as
he's on this podcast, so he's watching.
Yeah, Chad's listening. We might want to clean this up a little bit now.
Is that a question you can ask him? Is that a military pencil thin barrel chrome line, or is that like an aftermarket like nitrided?
Good question.
Chrome line, pencil thin barrel.
Because
I know that chrome lining is not so much an accuracy thing. It's just a.
I think nitride's better, right? For accuracy, nitride I thought was better.
Yeah, I think so.
Chrome is for like erosion.
Rust resistance.
Corrosion and stuff. Yeah, basically you shoot out a chrome lining and you got nothing. So
you're gone. Your accuracy goes away. But
let's see if Chad is listening. That would be a good question. What was the one you were going to ask, Patrick?
It's a 9mm. He said on that pencil barrel's 9mm.
So that makes
it's a minor power factor. That makes sense.
Yeah. 9mm. Yeah, that's cool.
But Chad also said that they're looking at a DMR type rifle for Palmetto State also. That's something that they've got in works very, very heavy, is a DMR style setup rifle that they're going to be looking at coming out this year.
Okay. What was the question you were going to ask, Patrick, or was it?
No, it was just my point was, as long as you're not full autoing the pencil barrel, it'll last. You can't heat the thing up.
Heat it up and heat it up and heat it up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chad says it's stainless barrel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Stainless 9mm, so that makes sense.
Oh God, that thing's probably super tough.
Yeah.
So with that, are you guys going to make any kind of, you guys are doing lightweight, skeletonized, and all these different things. I'm guessing that's more for competition. Are you going to make anything for, quote unquote, urban situations, stuff that could go in a backpack, fold up? That kind of a deal. Go ahead.
Yeah, we also make non-skeletonized also. We are making some LE guns now and doing LE demos. So we have backpack guns. Mm-hmm. We do pistols also. So, we have those in 10.5 inch, 12 inch, different variations there. Because we're doing some SBR work with the law enforcement departments looking at that type stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest with you, I'm an old, like you keep telling me I'm an old Marine,
I'm just teasing you.
So no, I know, and I'm all in. But first time I saw a skeletonized gun, I went, really? Now, it's just, especially, I shoot a lot of rounds a year too, a lot. And I go, you think this is going to last in a 3-gun crawling through a 36-inch corrugated pipe, dragging the gun through whatever? Mm-hmm. And I can tell you, I've yet to have a failure with my ARs in any 3-gun matches out here, and I shoot them in long-range matches in secondary positions and stuff. And You know, the skeletonized can be an urban gun too. It doesn't have to be enclosed. You know, it doesn't get the stuff in there that you think it really does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The sand. You know, if I was going to the desert again, I wouldn't take it. But for what we do around here, I haven't seen one burp because of those type problems.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. No. When I say to urbanize it a little bit, I'm talking about being able to put it in a regular sized backpack. You know, like not
Hank
having
wants
a special
everything to fold and be integrally suppressed.
pretty much.
Right? Am I wrong? Every gun needs to fold and be integrally suppressed.
What's wrong with that?
That's where he's going.
We don't have a folder on it yet. You know, I mean, so our
I know,
shortest gun.
Yeah, I know a lot of folders add weight, so I was just wondering, like, you know, because that's the big thing with the folders that are out there, right? That hardware just adds a lot of weight to it, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
And we haven't looked at that yet, but you know, this gun will fit in a Gray Ghost case. I know because I got a Gray Ghost case. You know, it looks like a banjo case almost in a way. Mm-hmm. You know, you start adding folders and those type stuff to them in a little bit, and you start adding stuff like that. And the more mechanical things you got, the more stuff, in my opinion, you can have go wrong. Mm-hmm. But to answer your question right out, not yet.
Yeah, I know. So something that PSA has that I'm actually pretty excited to see come out is the Jekyll, mm-hmm. right? And the gas system on that allows you to put a retractable stock. Like Walther makes a retractable stock. There's lots of different things out there. I like the idea of those, right, over folding. And I think they're not necessarily as heavy. Depends on how you do it, right? But I think that kind of like makes a smaller package based on how that whole thing works. So I don't know if at some point, like we were talking about, maybe Leadstar will do a Leadstar version of that Jekyll after it comes out.
That's a possibility right there. That is something that's being looked at, you know. Okay. And you're talking about that Jekyll. We had one of those in the International Choice Awards also, and it got some very good reviews. So it was well liked because of that system. So
yeah, that was a really cool gun. It's tough. It was like kind of tough this year from SHOT Show. I'll let these guys get in on this because I know I have like better taste when it comes to guns than Walter and Patrick, but I'll let them get some of their taste in there. But there were so many. I'm just kidding. There were so many different guns though that PSA is coming out with that it might be tough to pick. Like what was the favorite or the coolest thing that PSA had at SHOT Show. We've seen the MP5 before, so I'm going to put that to the side. I think the Jekyll was the really. Mm-hmm. For me, that was the really exciting thing. I was like, oh man, this is going to be pretty cool when this comes out because it's kind of, in the category of an MP, MCX, MPX kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BRN, AR-118.
Yeah,
AR-180, BRN-1.
Yeah. And those all tend to be very, approaching the 2000. And like 1500 and going up.
Yeah,
right?
if you start talking MCX and stuff, you're probably talking, but you're getting a lot more gun.
Listen, I want to be that dude in the commercial, in the square and blah blah blah, whatever that place was. You guys saw the commercial for the SIG, right?
Where's my cell phone?
Yeah, I want to be that guy with the backpack.
The white guy.
Yeah, with the
white
beard.
guy in the Arab market that sticks out like a.
But I don't want to spend that much money. I don't want to spend.
You guys at SHOT Show were so focused on that, and we were standing there with the heliums, had the heliums on the end of at the Palmetto State booth at SHOT Show. I can't believe y'all didn't see it.
Yeah. No, Palmetto PSA has so many new things. The AKs, they had the crank. They had a crank over there. I don't know what's the status, and I know that's not necessarily your department. There was so many cool things in that PSA booth for anyone that went there. Walter, you went there, right? It was crazy over there every time.
Even, I like the old school AK with a folding bayonet. The Type 56 kind of knockoff thing. I'm simple with that stuff. That's once again, that's the stuff you can't buy anymore.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
Yeah, that's
You know.
true. Yeah, but it was like it was like a smorgasbord. Like I said,
It was.
It was really insane, the PSA. And just to paint a picture for some people who didn't go, Patrick, you didn't get to go. But, you know, PSA is like in the basement, right?
It's really funny that with the company being so big, they're
it doesn't matter. It's shot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's like, what level awesomeness do you actually have? That's
No.
going to drag everyone down. To your thing.
It's how long. Well, how long you've been doing the show? That's one thing. That's one of the main things. So, anyways, yeah, just
I'm fine with a company like PSA. PSA does not need to spend a ton of money to get like they don't have to go get Daniel Defense's booth and all that, and then I have to pay like an arm and a leg for everything. I'd rather have awesomeness
right.
and not spending a bunch of money. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. If you got something, if you got something somebody wants to see, they'll find you there.
Yeah,
So,
true.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, I said that. I was surprised because I'm used to working like Collis booth or something like that, and they said I asked the guys. I said, where are we going to be located in the PSA booth? They goes, oh, back here in the 400. 400, ain't that against the wall back there?
It was not
But
just in the
it's
basement.
crowded.
It was in the back of the basement.
Yeah, it was so crowded back there.
Yeah.
I mean, what I mean is because the traffic, like you said, if they want to come back there, they're going to come.
They're gonna come. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
everyone
that's
was
not-
back there.
And that in the basement, as we call it, is not the worst place to be.
No, it's
Well,
not.
it's really we're talking about the ground floor. I don't know. Some people might not realize that it's the floor you enter on.
Right.
But we
Which
call it
used-
the basement.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be a parking garage.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That used to be a parking garage. When the first year they had that open down there, it was not as purty as it is now.
Right.
They didn't have those escalators going down in the middle. It was a major pain in the butt to get down there. You had to work at it. So
Yeah. The big thing I was worrying about is like, man, there's all these different things coming out from PSA. How many of these are we actually going to see?
Oh, well.
You know, and are we going to see them this year? Because everyone, including me, wants everything right now. You know.
Well, I don't know for sure, but I would say part of the reason they bring the stuff out there is to gauge interest. You know, if you're going, oh man, I want MP5, MP5, and then but I'm sure they had a ton of interest in everything. So
yeah,
you just prioritize your what can you get out the sooner the easiest, and then work from there. I would think. So.
Yeah. And I think also what people may not realize is that PSA is not small, as everyone may think it is. So there's a bunch of different companies or sections of the company and all that, and people like there's not one dude developing everything, so we have to wait for that guy to develop that thing, and then he'll move on to the next thing. There's all these different guys. I think I cut you off there though, Mike.
Huh?
Yeah. I think you were gonna say something there.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm reading Chad's texting me over here again.
Oh, is he okay?
He says what we need to do is somehow you want to do it is we'll send you one of our SHOT Show swag packs if you want to try to give it away to one of your listeners or something out there. Figure out a way to do it, and we'll send. It's got some challenge coins and packages and stickers. And
No, I don't think anyone out there in the chat right now wants to.
They don't want that. No,
They don't want a PSA. Nobody wants some PSA swag.
I do want to say something since you asked me there. You know, you talk about PSA and everything as big as they are. You know that for what they're selling and putting out here, and you got a lifetime warranty on that. Really?
Yeah.
You know, think about that. You know, I mean, we go shoot a lot. All of us do, and you can go shoot it if it breaks. You just call them. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Where else can you get that for $6.99?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and I'm not just saying this because you're here, because we all talk about this internally. We're like, okay, PSA is going to put everybody in the ground.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to put everybody out.
Yeah.
Because
Because,
they realize that they also have a custom series AR platform. They have their normal ones you see on lines and stuff. And Chad, since he's got there, has also added in a custom series line, which is kind of down there. You know, it's kind of in between what Leadstar's got and what this side. So
yeah.
they got a lot going on.
Yeah. By the way, if we're going to give away a thing, I think we need to see more thumbs ups. I think we'll give that thing away when we get 100 thumbs ups here. And let's see, who should I put in charge of the giveaway, to pick the giveaway, this giveaway thing? How many are we getting like one package here from Chad? Can we convince Chad to give us 2 packages?
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, okay.
I'll speak for him.
Can we convince Chad to give us 3 packages? No. Okay, so 2 things, but everyone needs to smash the thumbs ups, okay? I would like to see like 100 thumbs ups. I don't know if we'll get to that, but I think we could try. We could try to get to that. And everyone, let's see. We'll let Walter pick one of the people and Babyface pick one of the people.
Oh God, I get to pick?
Yes. So you guys have to, that way they can harass you. You got to get Patrick's attention in order to win one of these things, and then you got to get Walter's attention.
That's hard to do.
Yeah. So yeah,
I actually got to pay attention.
Right. Yeah.
See.
Yeah. If you
Chad said to do 5 of them. Let's let the listeners get involved a little bit here.
Oh, okay. All right. So
and he's the boss, so he can do that.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're not going to argue with Chad. Well, so maybe we should make some people. So we'll do 2 here. But I know that Leadstar has some social media, so maybe we'll do something on the Leadstar social media. Let me just go and show you guys. Leadstar Arms is the IG, and I don't know. We can pick out something on the IG. So let's see here. I'm gonna go to the second to last picture on here. Looks like one of your skeletonized. I'm going to go there and comment on that. I'm going to say thanks, Mike, for coming on the podcast. And everyone go in there and comment on that one, and we'll take a look at this. I'll show you guys the picture again. So if you have IG, go in there, comment on that, and we'll pick someone on there and give that person one of those things as well. So let's see, that's 3. You guys have a Facebook?
Somebody give me a funniest joke you can think of about the Kung Flu right now.
Oh.
The Kung Flu.
Give me a Kung Flu joke.
I call it the Chai Kung Flu.
Oh yeah, whoever's got a good Kung Flu joke,
Yeah.
I'll pick them.
Yeah. You guys are on Facebook, so it's Leadstar Arms as well, right?
Yes.
Leadstar Arms. So I'll find it here and I'll show you guys. Okay, let me run this in. So here it goes. That's Leadstar Arms right there. Make sure you go like it like I just did. And let's see what if we've got a post on here that we could go to. Oh, look at that. Leadstar shared the podcast coming on. So I'm going to go in there. Thanks for coming on the podcast. And since they shared it over there, we'll give away 2 things on the Facebook. There you go. So 1 on Instagram, 2 on Facebook, and then Walter and Babyface get to choose. So there you go.
We'll get these out to you, and you can get them out.
Yeah, we'll get the names from the people, so you guys can go there now. And by the way, you can still smash the thumbs ups. You can do that as much as you can. What are you trying to show off there, Walter? Triangle stocks.
Look at Babyface. Look at this Babyface. Come on.
Oh, where is that from?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's real or it's
doesn't matter.
Listen, while we have Chad looking, can we get PSA to make us some triangle metal stocks? Can we actually get these in a supply? If you're gonna do AK stuff, it'll be nice to get some triangle.
I don't know if it's. I haven't measured it. When they go 4.5 or 5.5 millimeter, that's the pin.
I don't remember who's who. One's Chinese.
Well, there's Bulgarian and
Russian,
I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know where I bought this from. I got it from somebody.
Because my understanding, Walt, is that it's not easy to find those, right? I mean, we're not getting a lot of production.
Not real ones, I guess, unless you know where to go.
Not the real metal ones, right?
Yeah, this is metal. It's not plastic.
Yeah. There's I know like PSA is putting some of the what is it? Who makes the arm brace? What is that?
SB
Tactical.
SB Tactical.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
But it'll be nice to get some metal ones to put on stuff, man. Nice metal ones, maybe. I don't know if there was a company in America that can make the metal stuff and make a lot of them.
Swing.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I don't know. Maybe if we knew like a CEO of a company.
No.
Or if you kind of say, "Are you listening?" You know.
Well,
Like,
this
and now I'm
this
not
one-
hearing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my phone to light up now. See?
Yeah. John Gillian is asking Babyface a question. Hey, how long do you think until my suppressor paperwork comes back?
I don't actually know what suppressor paperwork looks like right now. I'm assuming they're all off duty at the moment.
No, they're supposed to be still doing it.
Are they? Good.
Yeah.
That surprises me.
In Florida here, to do a background check, 6 hours.
What?
That's what they said. They put out 6 hours.
Jesus. That's insanity. 6 hours?
Well, I don't know if they have
the
reduced-
next where
the background check, regular
But
background.
I've heard some good return times on suppressor times lately. Before all this got started,
Yeah.
I've heard some really good stuff.
Yeah. Let me give everyone a hint. If you're trying to buy a suppressor now for the apocalypse,
Too late.
yeah,
You better get it. You better get a potato.
Yeah. I'm not saying don't do it, but save it for the next apocalypse, right? Like you gotta think ahead right now. Like today, you're buying for the next apocalypse. So
Before I forget, and not I gotta plug somebody else here.
okay.
This is good. 704 tactical.
Oh yeah.
Use SHTF 50 shooting a bowling ball.
Yeah,
Pretty
let me
impressive.
see if I could pull that video up. Big shout out to 704. We actually need to get the 704 tactical on the show again.
Yeah.
Walter, while he's looking that up, Chad says he has samples of what. Yes, he says he has samples.
Oh.
Okay.
Like you need one? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It looked really nice on my AKV. Did I SBR it? SBR it really nice on my AKV.
Yeah, Walter also has my my AKV right now
Yeah,
for
I
that
got
same
it.
purpose. Let me roll this in real quick. So if you guys go to 704 Tactical, there is this video right here, 50 BMG versus bowling ball. Ba-boom! You all need to go check that out. Look at
Pretty
that.
impressive.
SHTF 50 right there, son. Looking sexy. You know what?
Most impressive.
Yeah. Man, you know what? I wish I had a SHTF 50.
Man.
I mean, what can I say?
Next you
I'm
were
just
here the other
teasing
day.
you.
You could have. Well.
Yeah, I got to come and get on the production line and finish it.
Remember what I told you? You forgot already.
Get out.
No, there's one here for you.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's a special one too.
Yeah, mine's getting painted, right? I want it to be green.
Oh, you want it? Yeah. Okay. No, forget it. 2 years away.
I want it to be green, and I want it to have that fighter plane. You know, the shark.
God.
With the,
Like a tiger shark thing on it.
Yeah. No. Too
Now,
much.
why can't you just have a gun? Come on.
It's got to be special. It's got to be special.
Like get some stickers and put stickers on it.
Yeah, stickers. Right. What were we gonna say, Mike?
No, I'm just listening.
I think
didn't
okay.
say-
Yeah. By the way, I don't know. So whoever is running, I don't know if you're able to look at the Lead Star IG or not. So if someone can just go there and pick someone that's commenting after I commented, that will be the person that wins, and then you guys can figure that out. Same thing on the Facebook, and then Babyface and Walter will pick some people here in a second. Here's a good thing that popped into my head. This is a good question. Can you guys list the apocalypses that you have survived so far? Let's start with Mike.
Woo.
Because I think you're the oldest here, so we'll let you, age before beauty.
Wow. I don't know. I mean, I guess
You can go backwards if you want to. So we don't know if we survived this one yet. So.
Wow, I survived growing up. That was an apocalypse when I was a kid.
You survived.
20 years in the Marine Corps was another one.
Oh boy. Okay, you going for the easy ones. I see.
I did spend some time in the gut in Italy, Naples. I don't know. That might have been an apocalypse too. I can't think of any big ones. That besides Desert Storm and that stuff. That we have, but that's not an apocalypse. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all pretty much survived. Let's see, what were the recent ones? There was H1N1, bird flu, swine, mad cow,
Y2K.
Y2K, Y2K.
Y2K was a bunch of hype too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've had I'm trying to think. Because there's been several of them.
Let me see.
We're in Florida, so we get this kind of stuff after all of this. We're gonna get hit with hurricane season, or we're gonna get hit with hurricane season at the same time. One of those might happen.
One of the biggest ones, I guess, was what, the 2008 ammo shortage.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
that's Fire Armageddon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fire
Yeah, but I
Armageddon
don't
was
know.
2013.
That wasn't like okay. There was no 22 ammo and everything was, but that wasn't like there was no food or toilet paper.
Yeah, the range is saying 9/11. The range is saying 9/11. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9/11 was a strange day. Yeah. We go outside right now by my house. Usually there's airplanes flying over on a regular basis. It reminds me of 9/11. They're not flying. So it's you go look out. There's a lot of contrails and stuff like that. You don't see the contrails. Mm-hmm. We're not getting dusted with those chemicals, like the people say.
Oh, okay. Changing the weather stuff.
I haven't had to put my aluminum tinfoil hat on lately.
Yeah. Captain Shark said, "I survived 80s hair metal."
That was easy.
Those were awesome days. Those were awesome days, right?
More like 80s. Survived the 80s cocaine. You know what I'm saying?
No. If I would have done that, I would definitely not survive the 80s. There's a lot of that going on in the 80s too. Absolutely. It's 2013. So 2013 was Fire Armageddon. You guys are saying 2008 there was a massive ammo shortage.
That's when Obama went to the office.
Yeah.
No. After Newtown was the big ammo show.
Well, it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2008, 2009. It was hard to get stuff. Really hard. You couldn't get any.
Okay. Yeah, it was. It was at first.
Wasn't that because that big ammo shortage was when the government was buying all the ammo, right?
Supposedly, yes. That was the excuse a lot of people.
Yeah, like TSA.
Yeah.
Or Homeland Security and all this stuff. Yeah.
That was before. No. Okay. All right.
You couldn't even buy reloading components. That's when primers took off.
Yeah.
That's when the price of primers took off and went over $100 a sleeve.
Yeah.
Powder got hard to get too.
Yeah. Remember 2012? The world, according to the Mayan calendar, was supposed to end. 2012. You guys, no one remembers that?
I remember that. That was one day. Boom, gone.
Machu Picchu or something like that. Eric Hammond says SARS, MARS, Zika, bird flu, swine flu, H1N1. That guy in the 90s who predicted the earthquake, mad cow, Y2K. The guy who predicted the rapture and made those billboards.
Hey, wait a minute. You forgot one.
Which one?
Where's Ebola?
Ebola, yeah.
Ebola, yeah. MERS, SARS, mad cow.
Yeah. So many things. So, speaking of another apocalypse, have Walter and Babyface figured out who they're going to give the things to?
I'm trying to figure that out. Nobody's really called me out. This is a shame.
Oh, no one's trying to get that thing from Babyface?
No one's @signed me, so...
Oh, man, you guys got to get on your game. You got a couple minutes here. Literally a couple of minutes. And smash the thumbs ups. What about you, Walter? Have you?
I haven't seen anything that's like, hey, they're trying to bribe me or something.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys got to get on your game. Whoever wants that thing, you have to get on your game. And if you're on Instagram, go to Leadstar Arms on Instagram. You still have a chance up until, you know what, maybe, let me see. Let's see, if I'll go to, we'll see if anyone did it over on Instagram. You might have really good odds. I'll go in there on Instagram right now.
I'm going to give one to somebody how about somebody who's always supporting me and the channel and everything? Can I give one to them?
Yes.
Armament Access, can I give one to him? He's like constantly being supportive to my channel and to your channel and to everything.
Okay, boom, so. There you go. Armament Access.
Armament Access. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking while Walter's figuring it out. I'm looking here to see, since I commented, so let's see. We've got a bunch of people that commented here. I'm going to go with War Kid. Boom. I'm going to pick War Kid. I'm going to say you're the winner. You're the winner of the prize package. And that way the guys from Leadstar can DM the guys from Leadstar and they will hook you up with that price package
Exactly.
we were talking about. And
Come on, guys. Nobody must want it.
let's see if anyone did it on Facebook. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look on Facebook right now, and we were giving out. How many of it? We were giving out 2, I think, on Facebook also, right? Yeah. So let's see. On Facebook, there's 2 people.
Okay,
So-
I got one.
Jamie Ward and Chris Bullis. Well, that's Armament and Axis, isn't it?
Oh yeah, so don't give it to him.
Well, they're the only 2 people on Facebook, so they're getting it here. So Babyface.
All right, so
you
the
get
range
to-
you get it
to
now.
pick- Yeah. So the
The
range.
range commented on how lovely my dog and wife are. So the range, Armament and Axis, you get it from Facebook. The range, you get it from chat.
There you go.
There it is. I get to pick twice.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So who are our winners? We're waiting on one more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Walter's
for me,
got to
I-
pick one here, and
And I had one here and I lost it. Where'd it go?
yeah, because now we're getting all kinds of comments coming in here.
Okay, here we go. John Parson. I'd love a swag bag to go in my PSA AR-14 lower.
Boom.
Boom. There we go.
There you go. You got it. And before I forget here, I know we're at 9 o'clock already. I do have a video on the Lead Star Grunt. Okay, that is that's over on YouTube /Hank Strange. Yeah, Grunt. Man. It's like a man. That's not proper grunt. Didn't what's his name do a grunt? Tool Time Tim.
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yeah. So I have that video. You guys can go check it out. Lead Star PSA has that gun right now for $750, and there's a link. If you need a link or something like that, hit us up if you can't find it. But there's a link that you can use. You can go through that link and get it, and a couple of pennies come back to the Hank Strange situation here, and help me not buy stuff for Babyface and Walter. So there you go. That's how we do it around here. That's how we do it around here. So I want to thank Mike for coming on, and the folks from Lead Star for allowing him to come on. Also sending us out that gun so we could test it. You guys can let us know if there's more stuff you want to do with it. Mike, do you want to tell the folks right now, like, how they can support Lead Star out there? Where do they need to go?
Yeah, just go on the Lead Star Facebook page or on the Instagram page and give us a like and follow us there. And got questions or something, don't hesitate. I'm one that if you call me and got a question on a gun, you call the, and I don't have the number off my head, but if you'll call the info contact us line on our website and on our Facebook page, I'll answer the phone and answer any questions you might have on it. So just give us a call. I'll be glad to talk to you about our guns, and hopefully we can meet on the range one day and you can test them and shoot them.
Absolutely. Very cool, man. Thanks for coming out. And if you guys want to do the long distance thing as well, you can hit him up about that. You can get him all. I'll just show off a little bit.
The mile coin.
One more again. Babyface, how can the people out there support you, sir? I think you put up a video today, right?
Yeah. I scheduled that forever ago and forgot that it went up today. Yeah, I got videos on youtube.com/babyfaceP or Instagram, baby_faceP on Instagram. I got lots of cool stuff coming.
Was that the world's easiest restoration?
It was amazing. And the video I'm working on editing right now, and it'll be up in a couple weeks. But oh my God, this gun is incredible.
Sometimes this is what happens when you buy old guns. Sometimes they're beautiful underneath the crud.
The Marlin Model 39 back there.
He got a beautiful gun underneath the crud.
I can't believe somebody spray painted it. And all it took was a tiny little bit of cold blue, and you can't even tell.
Oh, okay, there you go. So you guys can check that out on YouTube /BabyfaceP. And he's Babyface P in all the different places.
All right, so one real quick correction. Armament Access is not Chris Bullis. Those are 2 separate Chris's. So Chris Bullis is one winner. The Range is the other winner. Thank Armament and Access for clearing this all up for us. Those are my 2.
Okay, so yeah, you never picked Armament and Access.
Chris Bullis.
Yeah, it was Chris Bullis and the Range. There you go.
Range.
I get they're all Chris. That's why I get it.
Chris's. Too many Chris's.
I get it mixed up. So yeah.
Jesus, Chris.
Sorry about that. Yeah, absolutely. Walter, how can the folks out there support you, sir?
Facebook, Instagram, Safety Air Firearms. Let's see here.
Dirtfoot Racing.
Dirtfoot Racing. I always forget Pro Dirtfoot.
Yeah.
That's on Instagram. I post them mostly on Instagram, but it's also on YouTube. There's also safetyairfirearms.com. There's centparts.com.
Yeah.
And then there's Mower Death on YouTube if you want to see some lawnmowers and weed whackers get shot. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we need to see PSA building stands? I don't know. Walter's probably going to say no.
Whatever, what else?
Say no to that one. No to that one.
Okay.
No. It'll be cool. I would like to see all guns getting built at more affordable prices. Thank you very much.
Equal opportunity gun builder. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, I want to thank Mike Sexton, right, from Let's Star, for coming on here. I'm going to drop the end here in a second. You guys need to go to hankstrange.com. That's the best way to figure out all the different ways that you can support us. If you're looking for those deals right now, when you go to Hank Strange, there's a drop down in the menu for Lola's deals. You can go in there, and we have the Lead Star up there on that menu. Okay, as well as you can go to Ballistic Ink. That's how you can get your Lot Loud. Hashtag Lot Loud, babyface. That's how you can get your Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded shirt from there as well. I'm going to drop the end right now for a second. There we go, boom.
Not real.
Yeah. Make sure that you guys subscribe, ring the bell, smash the thumbs ups and all that kind of stuff so you can see every time we go live. I'm going to throw up, we're all throwing up, here, I'll throw up some toy guns while Walter is throwing up his toy guns. There you go. Thanks a lot to Lead Star for coming on and doing those cool giveaways. Congratulations to everyone who won something. You DM these guys and tell them that you won something here, and they'll get all that worked out.
Oh my God, that is so loud.
Yeah, I got the best sound effects.
Oh my God.
All right, final words.
It was fun.
Oh, it was, absolutely. Thanks for coming on, man. Hopefully you'll come on again.
Yeah, we'll see you guys maybe on the range. Hopefully we'll shoot some more of these cool guns.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. If you're coming to Florida, bring some guns. We'll do a bunch of shooting. Any final words, guys? Babyface, Walter?
Stay away from the Kung Flu.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Wash your hands. Be kind. Rewind. Be
20
kind.
seconds. 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Yeah,
20
be
seconds.
kind. Rewind. And by the way, on a serious note, before we get out of here, pay attention to the politicians out there that support you. Make sure they don't sneak any gun control in here. In all seriousness, okay. If you have the time out there, please get in touch with these guys. Okay, email, call them up, all of that. Let them know that we're not going for the okey doke. They can't slip in gun control. Yeah, absolutely not. Okay, go ahead, Walt.
Money for this, money for that, money for Obama phones and abortion. Let them know you don't like it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're out of here. We'll see you guys. Peace.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.